Our fascination of Earth's creatures is as vast as the species that inhabit it. But as it often happens, our wonder can put the animals at risk. As we explore the true tales of how some of Earth's most stunning creatures have come in need of rescue, we'll meet the courageous teams risking their lives for their safety. No animal is immune to the unbiased ferocity of Mother Nature, but one such being knows it all too well: the mighty wolf. Once feared for its intensity and equally impressive cunning, it is now a topic of constant struggle. A wolf pack's strength is found in its strict organization and stamina. But when a pack of wolves is preyed upon by one of the largest fires in Northern California's history, it takes all their wits to survive. Trapped behind a fence, their instinct is the only thing keeping them alive. Fortunately for the wolves, Keepers of the Wild in Valentine, Arizona, have a plan. Keepers of the Wild is an internationally known nonprofit animal sanctuary. It is home to over 150 exotic and indigenous wild animals. They specialize in large cat rescue, but they know the wolves are a special case.
About the 3rd of December is when I initially got a call from a lady in California. She told me that her brother had some wolves that really need to have a place to go. We actually get a lot of calls frequently, and by frequently I mean probably 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Generally not something as unique as the wolves. We get a lot of smaller animals that people have as a pet, but it's very difficult because we get so many calls, and you know, sometimes they're as crazy as emus being out on the loose somewhere, or somebody has a raccoon illegally, you know, in their house and they get confiscated by Arizona Game and Fish. But a lot of calls we do get for, can you take any more tigers? And unfortunately, a lot of times we have to turn them down. But with the wolves, on the other hand, that was rather a unique one. Generally, you don't get calls for wolves. Yeah, we do get them for hybrids, but not wild wolves. And so the sister really talked to me for a long time, and then I said, well, you know something, it really sounds like a genuine story. And I said, let me check into it. She says, but I think I will take them. She started to cry on the phone. She said, you're an angel. You know, she was so grateful that somebody really wanted to take the animals as an entire family and build a habitat for them. And so we've decided to go get them this weekend.
It may be surprising to hear that someone would own a wolf as a pet. But what's more surprising is that there exists a large network of individuals who exist solely to rescue and house wild exotic animals because of overwhelming necessity they are forced to fill. For many reasons, animals are transitioning more and more from their home in the wild into people's homes. This attraction and the unpredictability inherent with nature, it is no wonder that things can go sideways. This is furthest from the wild.
I am Tina Madiak. I've been the co-director of Keepers of the Wild for 18 years. And I have been working with the animals and with rescues and rehabs for pretty much the duration of this time as I got started working with Keepers of the Wild. The biggest thing that I could tell you is with the wolves, they're going to be scared. And they are going to want to try to retreat. They're going to want to stay away. You are never going to get that rapport that you're going to be able to calm them 100% to where it's going to make it an easy transition. They're still always going to have that fear of wanting to be away from you and not being too cornered or being too close or anything like that.
It's going to be a very interesting rescue. It's going to be a very daring rescue. Because of the way the animals are situated, the holding areas theoretically shouldn't hold a wolf in. If they want to get out, they probably can. So we have to really build some kind of safety system to be able to get the animals in so we can dart them without stressing them out too much and killing them.
We had a fire here, a real bad fire in September, and it pretty much burned everything in the area except this little portion right here in the canyon that I had done a lot of work on, clearing and burning, and this was the only structure that survived in this canyon. The wolves, I thought they died, but by some miracle, they were smart enough or instinctual enough to dig a den.
Within a day, the Butte Fire forced a state of emergency and ultimately decimated over 70,000 acres of forest.
To get these animals, and we purchased them in Texas from a breeder, and I was only going to get one, but then I got talked into getting another one, so we had two of them. The white one is Arctic wolf, and the one that just recently died, he was an Alaskan tundra, and a very big animal, a true 130 pounds. All I can figure is 2 years ago, he caught heartworm. It rained 6 inches in one day here, the day he died, and then it snowed. And I think just his condition where he wasn't 100%, and then 6 inches of rain is a lot of rain. I'm thinking that probably did him in, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. So he was 8 years old, but that's not terribly old. He could have lived, 4 or 5 more years. So the 3 puppies have not been socialized, and they are kind of wild, and so they've been here their whole lives. So I actually looked for probably 4 months, different organizations, and there was quite a few that stepped forward and wanted to take them, but most of them would not take all of them.
I started to look at the kind of habitat that I thought 4 wolves should have at a minimum. But to build a habitat, now it's a little different for a cat than it's for a wolf. The wolves, we only go 8 feet up and 3 feet in, because there's no way that they can jump over that. But what wolves do is wolves dig. So our expense also is we have to lay chain link down on the ground that is tied into the chain link that goes upright.
In order to provide a safe home for the wolves, keepers of the wild must follow strict guidelines, so they must think of every detail for their habitat. A post, for instance, must be set every 10 feet into 3 feet of concrete. They remove and replant the potentially hazardous cactus naturally growing in Arizona. Rocks and any climbable surfaces are removed. Next, 60 tons of dirt are placed to help soften the desert sand. The habitat is then divided to allow another wolf the chance to safely interact with the pack. Most importantly, the fence will have access points with a double-gated entry system designed to ensure that the wolf stays safely inside when staff enters their habitat.
We've put a whole team together, And it's very exciting because it took me a month to put all this together. It took a lot, and people don't realize that. Besides vehicles and building new transport boxes for them and having the right drugs come in that had to be flown in from Colorado, and having two veterinarians on site, which we've never dealt with before. And I've got a specialized immobilization team from Southern California coming up.
It's a gorgeous habitat for them, though. And then we've divided a small piece off on that side where we can bring the other Arctic wolf in, and if they get along, then we can eventually put them together. So we hope that she was able to be introduced with the other wolves, but that's, you know, it's pretty tough. But we'll see if it works. And so we're taking all the precautions necessary, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll have to build her a separate habitat.
This little cutie is Callie. She's half wolf, half dog. She was rescued from a roadside zoo after she was attacked by the wolf she was meant to live with. Now she patiently waits for a pack of her own.
There's just so many steps to it that people just don't even realize what it takes. Every rescue is a little different, so you never know if you're going to walk in and it's just going to go so easy and wonderful and perfect, or if you're going to just walk into a whole storm where you're just like, okay, you got to regroup. And a lot of it sometimes actually is, there is a lot of preparation, but sometimes you have to just kind of keep your mind clear and open because you don't know what you're stepping into. Pretty much when we're getting ready to do any kind of a rescue is cover all the equipment, all the necessities that's going to make it an easy transition for the animals.
Radio and chargers, 5 radios I believe we're bringing. Very little human medical kit, huge animal kit. I feel great and I feel excited, and here's to a good trip.
They'll make one stop to pick up the rest of the local crew. After that, a 12-hour drive to Butte Valley, California.
Okay, what else? There's another of that blue one. Yep. And then the cookies can stay inside.
Is this it?
Not right past this over here. It should be pretty.
Right here?
No, right past this.
Oh yeah, I see it.
See it?
Sure we don't take that little wall out.
You're good. Oh, that sounds terrible. It sounds painful.
So you want to check in first?
Yes.
Man, oh man, that was a long drive.
The crew checks into the hotel, stretches their legs a bit, and gets some much-needed rest for tomorrow. The next morning, the rescue team, along with the film crew, meet to discuss some important safety points before they head down the valley to get the wolves.
So I guess the best game plan to do is, because you need to see whether or not that trailer can go down there. So if we can maybe first run down, you and Mark and Tina and I, and maybe Alex. We kind of run down there so you can look for your camera situation. Right. We can see what the road is like and blah, blah, blah. And then if you guys can stay on top with the truck.
Just remember, you know, I mean, for you guys, you know, this is going to be, we may be switching gears. So I know it may get frustrating or something, but we may switch gears midstream just because we got to do, you know what I mean? Sure. So it's like you may have to be like, you're thinking you're going in one direction and then all of a sudden it's like, do that and stuff. So
we're
don't
used
take
to that.
Yeah, don't take it personal or anything like that. If we're jamming because our mind's wrapped around what that dog is doing or that wolf is doing, then
one other thing I think might be important, particularly when you guys are up on top and waiting. Maintain radio silence. Turn your radio on. But because, you know, we couldn't be doing something and all of a sudden the radio goes off, scared the shit out of the wolves, you know, so we got to be careful with that. All right, good luck, guys. Yeah.
It was sad. You know, you think about everybody that lost their houses. Some of them didn't. I mean, you absolutely could see the burn line where it just, you don't even know how they made it out of there, you know, and it was just devastating, you know, because that affects the animals, that affects the ecosystem, everything. I know that, you know, fire, sometimes there's regrowth and everything renews itself, but that was pretty bad.
I had already looked at my trailer at kind of, because this is a new trailer that we used, and I kind of practiced around Kingman, and I saw the kind of turning radius that it took. And I said, there is no way we're going to get that trailer down in the canyon. Absolutely no way.
It's a good thing you didn't come down there. You wouldn't have made it back up. This thing barely made it back up. Okay.
So now we're trying to figure out, well, you know, how are we going to get these wolves up? So I thought perhaps we can dart them down there, put them in a cargo net. We'll carry them up. And then Tina came up with a great idea. Why don't we load the transfers, bring them down there, maybe in the back of a pickup truck or something. And so I was hoping that somebody had a pickup truck on site.
We can put these on end if we need to stand them up to get them down there for right now, to get 2 at a time on a truck bed.
Well, yeah, we could do that.
It would save the trip, so we're not tearing that road up every time we're going. We're only making two solid trips.
Yeah, and then his friend, he's going to ask to see if we can use his truck so that we could do it all in one trip.
Yep.
It's a good idea. Maybe set them on end.
Yep.
2 of them in one truck, 2 in the other.
Yep.
Strap the last one down.
Because like
Real
we said,
good.
the more we tear that road up, the worse we're going to have getting in and out.
And then take some extra traps with you, because we can only bring 1 cage up with an animal at a time. We want to put 2 straps on that.
Buck's friend with the pickup arrives to help transfer the cages. This is going to need some good old-fashioned elbow grease and, of course, some much-needed teamwork.
How you feeling?
I'm doing fine. Hopefully the wolves are the ones that do good. I'm doing good.
My daughter called me up and said, Dad, one of the firefighters was in this canyon and he saw a little cabin and some wolves running around, real wolves. It had to be my place.
Joe, there's some wolves down here. Wolves!
Yep, this is going on my Facebook.
So I came over here immediately, and it took me a day to get in because it was so sealed up. But I finally got in here at night, and everything had burned really hard, and it was still burning. But there were 4 deer, 2 squirrels, and only 1 wolf I saw in the pen. And they were right around my cabin, and they weren't moving because everything was on fire. So I had to leave that night, and I came back the next morning early, and it was still burning hard and a lot of smoke, and you could hardly see anything. And I came down here, and the 4 deer were still here, and the 2 squirrels, and they were living right by the cabin. So the fire crew left me down here for 3 or 4 hours just because I was upset and everything was burned up. And I was down here, and I was kind of working around a little bit, and pretty soon I look over in a pen, and there's 3 wolves. It was just poking out of the ground, looking around. The fire changed everything. I was convinced they were gone, and I wasn't going to see them again. I was just coming to bury them. And actually, you know, I'm not afraid to say it, when I found out they were alive, I cried. And when I came here, I cried, you know, that this thing had survived, because I saw so many homes still burning, nice homes. They burned, and my little place didn't. And the wolves were alive, so I was down here by myself crying, you know. So it was quite emotional.
Just hoping that next steps are gonna go a little better.
What'd you guys see down there?
Well, the 3 are out there. They're pretty pretty skittish right now and stuff, but it's doable. It really is, if we just all communicate and focus on what we need to do. Mama's in the holding pen, the female alpha, so she's not a problem. And then we just have to come up with the dynamics and getting those 3 in. What we may have to do is do a little bit of a curtain and then just try to bring them forward if we need to. If not, we're just going to have to dart them out in the habitat and go in.
Yeah, I think they know there's something going on.
Oh, yeah.
There was a professional forester down here, and we both, because I'm a science teacher, And we looked at it, and I asked him, well, science or miracle? And he said, miracle. It's the only cabin that survived down here, the only one. I'm really happy that they get to go together.
Sit it right down on the tail.
There's a lot of places that wanted one or two of them, but I'm just really happy that they get to go as a family. So I'm really excited about that. So I haven't been down there, and it's going to be a big change for them, but I'm real happy they get to be together. Now for the hard part.
Well,
put him in that pen. So I was thinking maybe...
Are you going to put a pallet over the
yeah,
den
I want to do that first.
Because he looks like he wants to go in there.
Yeah.
Big time.
So, you want to help me put a pallet over that one?
Sure. Just to rescue 4 wolves, yeah. People don't understand, you know. But, you know, we have to do it. We can't, you know, we can't kill these animals, and they can't continue to live here. All these trees are coming down. So we have to make every effort possible, you know. We'll pull it off. I think about 6 of us went into the area, walked to the back of the habitat, and tried to drive the wolves forward. Well, they wouldn't have nothing to do with that, which is dangerous to begin with. These are wild animals, strange people. I wasn't too concerned about it, but I had 2 new staff members with me. Bill, who did great, but Bill is a big boy, and I had little Megan with us, which is real tough, but she's still little. She went down in the little valley, and I told everybody, make yourself as big as possible. That'll help the wolves, you know, it'll keep them sort of scared, and hopefully they'll run into that holding area. Well, that didn't work, and then one of the wolves, of course, ran right past between Megan and I, and she kind of, instead of holding her ground, she kind of bent down towards the wolf, and he definitely, you know, showed her his teeth, and me as well. And of course, that was a no-no, but this is her first rodeo, so to speak.
Yeah, don't try to grab him. No. So I told Megan not to go down there, because that was the main point that she did anyway, so. You know, she could have got nailed, because he was showing his teeth. Oh, yeah.
She said she was just trying to stop, like not
Right.
to grab.
Like here, from here, she said.
Yeah.
She was trying to kind of flag them off and didn't realize, but you can't lean into them.
You can't lean into them. You got to, once they come for you, just step out of the way, let them go. It is very, very easy for somebody to get hurt. And a big wolf like that, they got tremendous crushing power. They could be very deadly very quickly. You know, even though we deal with lions and tigers and big cats and all that, wolves are just different, and they're extremely quick, they're extremely smart, and they can be extremely aggressive.
Yeah, I think we'll just sit and wait until the vet gets here, and, you know, might actually even, in the long run, it might be better to dart them in here, because you know they're not going to go over those fences more than likely.
Unable to herd the wolves, the team decides darting them is their next best option. They welcome the arrival of veterinarian Leslie Holzapfel, so she can provide the medical assistance needed. They also decide Buck should be the one to dart them.
What we're thinking is that you can get closer to them, so you would have more of an advantage
Right.
Okay.
of it. But that's just a thought right
But
now.
also, you know, if we stay on top and the wolves run down below, they're pretty easy.
Yeah, but that's a bad angle.
Yeah, well,
You're getting close to backbone and all that. You got to hit.
Where do you want to hit them?
in the
Usually in the flank,
right in
yeah.
the flank, yeah.
And if they fall down and hit that, will it cause problems?
No.
It won't break off in them
No,
or anything weird?
no.
Okay.
The dart more than likely will pop out.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, they're pretty much used to, they inject and then a lot of times it'll just pop right off.
yeah.
Now we've got this new drug called BAM, which requires smaller darts, easier to fire, particularly at a distance.
For me, all I can do is hope it goes the best, because apparently I'm the one that gets to tranquilize them. And hopefully I'm a good enough shot at him in the right spot. And the drugs, I'm sure there's always a chance that the drugs might interact adversely.
Good shot.
Buck approaches the pack with his sights set on Pawnee, the big alpha male. He must be very patient. The wolf sense something's amok. Bullseye. His first shot makes contact.
Jonathan and I were first up there 2 weeks ago. There was the den that they had originally built to escape the fire. And we saw him for like a split second and he was down in that den. So we knew he was gonna be a little character. It took a while to drop him and he fought it. He definitely fought it for, as much as he could.
As Pawnee fights the potent tranquilizer flowing through his blood, the vet prepares the next calculated dose. This dart has Shadow's name on it.
Originally, he was called Chicken Shit, and because he was the scary wolf of the pack, and so the name was changed to, thank God, to Shadow. But in any event, as we darted him, he wouldn't go down, and we waited and waited 20 minutes or so. And then I think we tried to dart him again, and we missed a couple of darts because he was really hip now to what was going on.
I missed him. Totally missed him. The dot's right there. You know how loud it went? Get some, you lose some. That was a bad dart.
When they get that adrenaline going, man, it's amazing what they can burn off. I've seen it with coyotes, everything.
We're just gonna start prepping for the next one.
Since Shadow is proving to be a bit uncooperative, the team thinks of taking down the older and more fragile matriarch, Banyanita.
If we think we're gonna not worry about her being out there being the comfort for them, then we could process her.
I think we should do her now.
Yeah, you can give her a shot real quick.
Yeah.
Take a second.
So we'll knock her down, process, do everything we need to do for her too.
You can just hold her, pet her, and I'll just pop her real quick.
Yeah.
So
they don't even know.
You want to drop her down, leave these guys alone?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because they'll not be happy with her going. Well, I'll let you think about it. But they're calm because she's in there. I'm going to keep going by her. Okay.
So the female right there, yeah. All right.
Buck thinks otherwise. He believes Onita, the female sibling, is a better target. Buck makes his approach. Success.
Got her.
Hey guys, he's in the cage.
Close the cage!
Close the cage!
Soon after Onita is darted, she retreats back to the pen. Pawnee is unable to fight the sedative any longer. Mark calls the crew over to proceed with caution.
Hey, he's going down. Tell the guys he's going down. He's down.
The team takes every precaution to ensure Pawnee's safety, as well as their own. You can never be too careful around a frightened and drugged-up apex predator. A wolf like this can weigh upwards of 120 pounds.
Then, of course, we took him into the garage and laid him down and processed the entire animal and microchipped him, drew blood and urine and fecal and all of that. And anything that can be done to an animal when they're down, we did.
These are vaccines: rabies, distemper, hepatitis, parvo, lepto, and kennel cough, or bordetella.
We hear you, buddy.
Okay. And then microchip. So it's super important that someone's documenting this. So let's get a camera picture of which one we're doing on which.
Oh my God.
So this is going to be last three digits are 072 on Pawnee.
The microchip comes with stickers, and then that goes in the file. That way we always know that when we go and scan that dog or that wolf, we should come up with that number.
So I'm done here.
Okay, let's get him in the box.
Ready? Watch his...
I feel pretty good so far. I wish the other ones would go down. So far it's going good. So far it's going real good.
The quick work allows the vet to reverse Pawnee's tranquilizer within a safe period of time.
And so that went pretty smooth. Then we put him in a transport, and then we made the mistake of putting him in the transport first, and then everybody had to pick up the transport and put it in the back of the pickup truck, which we should have put the transport in the pickup truck first. And that would have been 120 pounds lighter. Oh! Oh! Oh!
See you soon, honey. Meanwhile, Unita waits in her pen, resisting the sedative. They consider another dose.
So it's been about 30 minutes.
Okay, we need to hit her again. I didn't put Neosporin on it.
I don't think that matters.
As the rest of the crew works on capturing the other wolves, Mark from Lions, Tigers, and Bears takes another shot at Unita. She is naturally weary of strangers, so she paces back and forth. A clean hit.
Yeah.
Unita immediately escapes to her shelter, and the tranquilizer does its job.
Tell him to come down so we can get this one, or you and I can get her. The net's right here behind you.
Unita may not be as big as Pawnee, but she still requires a team to lift her safely. She's taking into the staging area for her exam.
She has pretty darn good blood pressure, and she's doing great.
Shadow seems to be holding in there better than expected. So once again, Mark finds his opening and takes his shot.
You got the tail.
His tail.
Did you say they got the tail?
He still wouldn't go down, and we figured, at least if you hit him in the vein like that, he should get the full load, but evidently didn't. And he was bleeding pretty good. It must have hit a little artery there or something, or, a vein of some sort.
He has taken 3 doses, and I guess she's thinking about giving him a half a dose, I think. So he's the one that has the most, he's scaredy cat. So.
The vet is just about done with Unita. This time, the crew remembers to load the kennel on the truck first, then place the wolf inside.
That's the sweetest one of the bunch.
Mom was easy. Buck had pretty much interacted with her, so she was on a chain in the habitat. Our vet was able to walk up to her and just give her a shot, and she went down quick.
So we just did Mama. She was easy.
Buck tried to carry her out. She wasn't down all the way, so she kind of woke up while he was carrying her, and so I kind of helped her. Just got to put her down, hold her down.
She's awake. Let's roll her on this here.
We got her into the garage and processed her.
She's awake. Hold her down.
Yeah, I took her collar, choke her off. I don't want to let her get away from me now.
Sorry. There you go. There you go.
So she needs to be down all the way?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to give her any more. As long as she's compliant, and I think she's going to be. She'll be just fine. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. Yeah.
No.
What we need. Good girl. Hey. You just keep talking to her about girl.
No, stay there. Stay there, baby.
though Shadow is the lowest member of the pack, he seems to be fighting like the strongest. Mark reloads and attempts his next shot. Finally, the dart connects. There it is.
Over here. He's in here.
A Shadow ended up in the holding area, and he went into that den box that was there, which we go, oh my God, please no, because now he's got his head sticking out. How are we going to dart him again?
Okay. You can hold off right there.
Meanwhile, the doc gives Mama Wolf Banyanita her checkup. Unfortunately, her heart rate has slowed down to dangerous levels.
Really worried about her. When we did her heart rate, she came back, you know, all the wolves came back with a heart rate of about 80 to 82, 88. Really good. She came up with a heart rate of 40.
I really want to reverse her because her heart rate is so slow. So I'm just giving her her last vaccine.
Buck steals a few moments to wish the old girl well.
So we need to keep in mind that her mate died of heartworm disease. I don't know that she was ever tested.
Right.
So that's definitely a concern.
Right.
Her heart could be compromised.
Right.
That's a possibility.
Right, right.
You know, you don't think about the time frame that goes by. I think we were already at the third wolf, and it was around 3-something. And we knew we only had a short amount of daylight left.
I'm sure we'll all need some ibuprofen at the end of the day.
Oh, God, now we have
I leave.
a 12-hour trip back after we get knocked the last one down.
But just remember, we're at 2:51, so we're gonna...
Oh, yeah, we have to haul butt
as long as we get them here, we're okay.
Yeah.
We just got to get them out of there before it starts getting dark.
Yeah.
And then we had Shadow, the last male wolf, and he was not going to cooperate in any capacity. It was hysterical. We were just like, okay, now we're on that, you know, and you're thinking, okay, we got this. This is going to take no big time. He's going to drop. We'll go get him. We'll have him processed. We'll be out of here. Everybody will be loaded, happy, and ready to go. No, we pushed it till the edge of darkness.
Shadow's still hiding out, so Buck gets close to check on his bleeding tail. It looks okay, but the team's worried they won't get Shadow and make it up the valley in time. That's Special Immobilization Team member Bobby's job. She's going in with the dart and taking him out.
Go.
Wasn't pretty hard to bend it, huh?
Right, he got his head.
And a heck of a fight. He's finally gone down. When this bad boy wakes up, he'll be riding the trailer on his way to Arizona.
If someone wants to apply firm pressure, that would be great.
Seems like they're all okay, and I'm happy that Shadow, the last one, is going to be okay. So I feel good about it. I feel good. I don't know how they feel. They're going to wake up tomorrow in a whole different place, aren't they? They ain't going to be big trees like this no more. And she's awake. Hey, girl. Come here. You mad at me? Yeah.
If we would have waited 10 more minutes, it would have been pitch black. We wouldn't have got out of that canyon.
Down? Yeah.
Okay. We never get home.
They were so scared. They just settled right down. That's the reason we built the kind of transports we did, so they'd be up against each other, close to each other, so, you know, it would be less stressful to them. But, you know, they've never been transported in their entire lives, so I was really nervous about that, you know, because they can have heart attacks, particularly the older mom. you know, and we were worried about her having a low heart rate and so on. So they made it through like champions.
Well, it's about 7:30 and we are Sunday morning, just as sun is rising, coming in with the pups. So we're all a bunch of tired pups from about a 12-hour ride. So far, so good. We'll get them all floated here in a little bit, and hopefully everything is good. They're happy, and they're about to see their new home. First time.
Oh man, what a trip. 12 hours drive. I was thinking of doing this so that we can put them over here. At least they're sheltered from the public, because they still have to work on that.
Yeah,
See
they
that? Well, they're almost done.
I know. Okay.
You have the keys?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
We arrived and we had to spend another hour and a half unloading them and making sure they got water right away because we didn't want them to dehydrate.
So you had a safe trip, huh?
Oh man, grueling.
Yeah?
They hadn't drank water for probably 13 hours. We didn't really have a watering system, so these are wild wolves. We had to open the transports and physically put a pan in there.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to put them in there without getting bit. Okay, these are wild wolves, and then we're gonna neat the cans with water because these guys haven't had anything to drink for at least 13, 14 hours.
Okay, all the cans are full and ready to go.
Oh,
so,
good. Okay, water.
They let us do it, so, you know, they probably knew that we were really trying to help them. But I'm also positive that they were very confused. And then we all hit the shower and threw our clothes away because we were covered in everything imaginable.
After some needed rest, Jonathan gives a final inspection before the wolves are introduced to their new home.
Hey, you guys moving half that mountain or what? How's it looking?
Like a bunch of rocks around the fence?
It's a big job. It's a big habitat. All right, we got enough guys here. Radio silence, obviously. We'll take both of the boxes with the males up to the gate, and then we'll obviously put one in at a time. We'll see how they release. Nobody get excited, as you well know. You've got to stay calm, see if we can get them out, and let's go for it. Cool. Anything you want to add, Tina? That's it. Let's go.
It's time.
So go ahead and pull this one out over here. Okay.
The scoundrel's shadow is up first. Maybe it won't take so long this time.
Okay, we ready?
So you know we let the scaredy one go first. We should have put the other one.
Should have let the other one go first.
You want to try that one?
No, that's okay. Come on.
Come on, Shadow.
No, baby, it's okay.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't
Okay.
want to.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Here, hold on a sec. Let's see. How far do you want to go with it? We're not going to drop them.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
There you go. Good boy.
Come on.
You're going to crack me in the jaw.
Shadow eventually gains some courage and begins to explore the area. Pawnee is up next.
Everybody ready?
This is the wild boy. Didn't take him very long.
Instantly, the alpha begins investigating his new home.
I can't explain the feeling right now. It's so beautiful to see this. I always envisioned the wolves on this side, just with the rocks and everything like that. And to actually see it happen, it was just amazing.
That's great.
That's great.
We pulled it off.
I know.
Yeah. It's just wonderful.
I just love it when they have happiness, you know, and you can know that it's right for them.
I wish Buck could have been here and
I
see
do
this.
too.
You know?
I do too.
That's great.
I just can't wait for the mama to come and little girl to get back.
Yeah.
Just love it. So pretty.
Yeah.
Miss the wolves.
Yeah, they're great. Wish we could have given them the whole mountain, you know? Listen to her.
We put the transport cages here because we can't release them today yet. Got to wait for the lab reports to see if we can take them into the hospital and spay them. We want to make sure that everything is good for that. And then they need to go into recovery. We'll put them in the habitat right next to the boys. But the reason I put these cages here is so they can see the rest of their family, and I think it is just a little bit better for them.
What you doing? Yeah, there's another wolf there. Huh? Look at that.
The boys are running around doing well in the new home. The next morning, the results for the blood test are back, and the girls are as healthy as they can be. Bonyanita and many other wolves like her have similar beginnings. They are sold by a breeder to just about anyone willing to pay, whether or not they have any understanding of how to raise them. Keepers of the Wild are on the front lines to see just how many wolves and other animals are losing their home when no one will take them. Naturally, getting these little ladies fixed is an important step in fighting the overbreeding problem.
Set to go.
Okay.
All right. Got the master driver here.
Jonathan and Tina are on a first-name basis with the medical staff here. So they zip right through, check in, and pick up the sedatives. They're both trained and experienced in giving their animals the medications needed, so they get them moving quickly through the surgery. Mama Bonyanita is the first to go in.
10:06.
10:06.
She's the female. She did give birth to the one litter. Mama wolf. Some spays on cats and small dogs can take 20 minutes. Some spays can take over an hour. Given her size and the fact that she's had a litter before, she's probably going to have a decent-sized uterus and well-formed ovaries and things like that. So it's probably going to be closer to maybe an hour than it is to 20 minutes, but it just depends on what happens when we get in there. So as we get further down, you begin to see the tendon layers and the muscle layers get exposed. What we're looking for is something called the white line, or the fancy name is linea alba. And that's essentially where the two sides of the muscle tends to come together, form a very strong holding layer.
As with many medical procedures, there is risk involved. And because Bonyanita has had issues with her heart rate slowing, Jonathan and Tina are noticeably worried. Luckily, everything looks good, though. The veterinarian stitches her up and treats her to a pedicure any lady would love. Mom's all done now, and it's Unita's turn to get her shot.
Got it?
Yep.
Good shot.
She is 4 going on 5.
It's always great when things go good like this, you know, then that's always wonderful. I'll get the Band-Aid on.
Like her mother before her, the surgery is complete without incident.
Hey, okay. So far, so good.
Yay!
The ladies are kept in a smaller habitat just feet away from the rest of the pack so they can rest and properly heal. Two weeks have come and gone. Pawnee and Shadow are enjoying their new home and the ladies have healed well. But now it's time to reunite the pack.
All right, we're going to try to get the wolves in the box so we can introduce them to their pack. And it looks like they're real anxious. So this may go real easy, so we don't know yet.
Okay, we're just going to try to kind of corral them in, and they seem to be going in nicely with their own.
There's one. Keep it close.
Got it.
Put the pin in. Wow, dude, you're such a good girl. You're going next. You ready? Are we ready? Everybody ready?
Come on, baby girl. Girl.
It doesn't take too long for the boys to come looking for their mama. The pack reunites for a long-awaited family reunion. Just like in my family.
Sometimes when you have no drama, no hassles, it's absolutely perfect. And that was absolutely perfect.
Oh, man. It's exciting.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
A beautiful moment to see them all in there and just enjoying it. And Mama went, you know, Banyanita went right onto a rock, and it was so pretty. It was just like she had to do her overlook and make sure,
Oh, yeah.
like, I'm the queen.
She's still in charge. That's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
She's a good girl.
Alpha girl.
We're real happy for them. Nothing prettier than wolves in the wild, you know. We give them as much wild as we can.
The miracle wolves are a perfect example of when our desire to connect with nature tragically spirals into a story of survival. Fortunately, this tale concludes with a positive future for the pack. The unfortunate reality is that because of the complexities of rescues like these, more often than not, animals in need are overwhelmingly put down. The importing of exotic animals and the business of breeding both continue to be shockingly profitable. They contribute to the unsustainable system that, if left unchecked, could bring about the extinction of more species. Luckily, what brings about change lies in the knowledge that the power to help is within us all.